Hey there everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name is Kay. Welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. We're going to do a collective reading. We're going to be using the Seer decks, which is the Lenormand, that's a hard one to say, for me anyways, and the fortune telling deck, the Kipper, the Gilded Reverie. Okay, and I will refer to the books possibly because I'm learning about all the different interpretations for these cards. Are quite specific. Like that's a ring, right? You don't see that in the regular tarot deck, but it has different meanings, different meanings than just it representing something like an engagement or a wedding ring. Okay, so I'm very excited about using these decks because it's going to help bring more specificity to your collective reading, which is general in nature, right? Everyone who comes to tarot card reading that can check out the collective reading because it can resonate with the entire collective. Just put it that way, right? So I also do the zodiac signs, which helps narrow it down to your 4 zodiac signs, the 4 significant zodiacs or placements of planets in your birth chart at the time you were born. And also I do the alphabet readings where I randomly pull an alphabet tile from the 26 letters of the alphabet, and that will be the reading for you if you're, let's say you go by the name of Patty instead of Patrick, you know, or no, that's not a very good example, but you know, maybe if you go by the name of Freddie and your name is Patrick, okay? So, but most people know you by Freddie, or you like to be called by Freddie. So you would go to the alphabet reading that's for F names as opposed to P names. You can go to P names too if you want, but you know what I'm saying? It's what you most resonate with your first name, second name, or middle name, last name, and a nickname. Whatever letter that is the first letter of any one of those names that you actually go by, identify with, that's the reading you want to refer to. That brings it down even further for any information that you're collecting from any reading you're going to for a specific reason. Then it'll help narrow things down more, these alphabet readings. I'm not sure that anyone else is doing alphabet readings. It just came to me one day and I thought that was a great idea, so that's what I'm doing. I do the zodiacs, the alphabets, and the collectives. But now I'm using these decks here, the Kipper and the Gilded Reverie for the collective readings, as opposed to just a regular tarot card deck. And I'm using the ones that are for the beginners because they give some great interpretations here that I can apply to these cards, which is very helpful. So we'll set these aside here. We will clarify with those. So let's get going. If you like what you hear and see, please subscribe and like and hit the share button and comment, and it's just really great stuff. So thank you so much. And I'm just going to call on Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit right now to help assist me and guide me today with correctly interpreting the energies in these cards and to help me see clearly. Thank you so much. And so today is September 21st, 2023. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today that's they most desire to hear and know, to bring them information that can help resolve an issue for them, or at least give them hope about something for today's general reading? Thank you so much. So what is the Kipper and the Gilded Reverie going to give us today? Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit. There's one more. We don't need to cut these ones. Well, not that I need to cut them ever, but I like to. Okay. First one, the dog. So the dog is about loyalty, companionship, you know, in relationships, right? Whatever the dog stands for is, well, it says that the dog comes complete. So it's fully contained. In other words, if it's a loyalty or a love relationship, friendship, it's fully contained with all the good things that the dog can bring into your life. You know, fun, excitement, you know, going on adventures together, walks, getting out and meeting people because of you're walking through the neighborhood or taking them to a dog park, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? It's all fully contained. It's a really great relationship. All right, next one, courtship. That's coming together. I just finished saying that too, that you're going to meet people because of the type of energy you're in, which is loyalty, companionship, friendship, duty bound, you know, just responsible and accountable, right? And courtship is coming together. You're not yet in love at this point. You're just meeting people, dating, whatever. It may not be a courtship in the literal sense. It could be like just two people who want to work on a project together or get into business together. They're coming together in meetings, in a public place, meetings and whatever, you know, I don't know what else. Yeah, so the third card is community. Wow, all right. So this is, the community card is about, like back in the day, that's what this card interpretation says, and it's not verbatim, okay? But back in the day, in the Victorian era, especially like in London, people lived in very small dwellings, very crowded dwellings. They had a lot of people in one dwelling, and that was their family, of course, and maybe some close relatives, but they would be able to, because their surroundings or their dwellings were so, you know, they're kind of dark but cramped. They'd go out into the community, like to the neighborhood pub or a park or something somewhere else, right? To meet up with friends and the other people in the community, and they really literally become your family because you're supporting each other through these get-togethers in the community that you live in. So community could be for you nowadays is your neighborhood, or just even your town, your township. If you engage in a lot of activities that have to do with town, city management or whatever. Also, your community could be just your family and friends, close friends and family that you consider your support system. And so that would be somebody, that would be a community to you. All right, so let's clarify each one of these. We'll do 2 cards for each one. And then we shall get into the tarot for further clarification. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about the dog card, please? Thank you so much. Journey, going on a journey. Wow. And compass. Now I was going to say too that the journey card also abstractly can represent the journey of a life, right? Your life's journey, your journey back to your heart, back to who you really are. But we have a compass, and it still could, but the compass is like, who's your true north? You want to, as a friend, as a companion, go somewheres that takes you to your true north. Okay, who's your true north? What's your true north? What is it you most desire? Or is there somebody that you most desire to be with? So that's your true north. The compass is like the divine, because look, the sun dial is here, and the sun always represents the divine, as well as light, growth, expansion, and so forth. But the divine knows that you know who your true north is, and it's going to help you get there. So it's kind of like guidance. It is guidance, compass, right? Let's verify this, clarify. Courtship card, please. Seems like you want to get together with, come together with somebody, especially somebody that you want to be loyal to and deeply committed to. And you're willing to travel, to journey, to get there, to the one you want to be, you know, in that relationship with. That caring, deep type of responsible loyalty relationship. So we have great abundance, which is the fish card, and bad health. Oh, very interesting. Okay, bad health is like, it can literally be bad health, like illness and whatnot. But when it's around good cards in particular, and this is an abundance card and courtship's a good card, it doesn't mean really that. If it is, it's a minor cold. Something that these good cards would lessen the effect of anything bad or ill. But I think that you're saying you are feeling as though that this connection with this person that makes you feel abundant and alive and emotional, because fish live in the ocean after all, and water is emotions. You're feeling like it's not on good terms. Like you're feeling like there's, like there has been some ill will from your side towards the person that you are trying to navigate towards, right? To get together with. So you want to literally make this, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this. Make this, let me just look at the words in the deck, because that would probably help. You know, like you have to do kind of a thesaurus thing. Okay, what's the same as good health? What does that mean? Good tidings. Okay, let's see. Pictured here is a patient in a bare bones public ward on a hard iron bed with thin blanket while a nurse checks his chart. Literally, it means poor health, a cold, a minor illness, a sprain. With card, those, we don't have that one. It says here, this card indicates sickness, depression, addiction, or problems. That problematic. That's what I was trying to say. That they've been feeling depressed about not being in a connection with you. Okay, but also he sees that there was problems. Probably with the way he communicated with you or didn't, or with the way he behaved towards you or didn't. And I'm saying he, I shouldn't. It's she or he, because this dog could be a female, okay? And I say that in the most respectful respect. Let's see, it's problems, waist, below the waist. Bad health can indicate a patient's room, bed rest, or medical treatment. In love matters, it can indicate problems in relationships, accompanied by feelings of powerlessness. Okay. Yeah, and then it talks about in a professional level. We're not worried about that. So powerlessness, feeling powerlessness to be able to actually make that happen. The coming together, he wants to ameliorate, like to lessen the effect, the ill effects, or the problematic effects of not being able to come towards you. And the abundance card would be like he is working on his finances and also trying to work on himself so that he shows up in an abundant, like an attractive type of energy. All right, so 39, community. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, please give us some clarification for the community card energy, please. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I mean, it really doesn't matter if I shuffle these, to tell you the truth, guys, because whatever I pick is going to be the perfect cards. It's just the divine working through this. The Mountain card. I want this one for some reason. The Toil and Labor card. Okay. Yeah. Well, doesn't that make sense? Yeah. Okay. I may actually bring these back out again when I do a line of clarification with the tarot. So the community card and the mountain. The mountain is basically a block, right? The mountain blocks your passage, your journey. It can be a unsurmountable block in your life in some way. But the toil and labor is about doing work that's very hard work. Like you are toiling at this labor. You working yourself to the bone at this particular work. And it has been, it can be a block. It can be a block because you're always trying to make ends meet kind of thing. Because you don't get paid very well at a job like this. It's not until you start doing something that's more professional level that with these decks here that you would be getting paid more handsomely. But with toil and labor, this particular card is about not really getting paid your wages. Nothing compared to what you would get nowadays. And yeah, it's hard work. It's stuff that you don't want to do, and it could simply be chores around the house, work that you don't want to do, but it has to be done. It's necessary to get it done in order to make ends meet, and or to make sure that the house doesn't, pile up in dirt and dust and just grime if you don't take care of it at least every day for half an hour, doing your chores, taking the garbage out, for example, doing the dishes, that kind of thing. Things that you don't want to do, but you have to. And there's no real reward for it at all, right? Other than if you get a really great sense of you're that type of person who loves to clean and it makes you feel real good. So yeah, but we're not talking about you. If that's you, that's that way we're talking about. We're talking about somebody that's got some blocks in their way. The community. Okay, so I'm having, this is support. Community is family and support. Family and friends is support. I would have to say that I got to clarify this one because I feel like it's the family, the community, whatever, the family in particular has thrown up some blocks in your way. They don't want you to, well, especially if you're leaving, like you're relocating, going somewhere else, in particular if it's a far ways away, a distance, they don't want you to go. So they have been just really kind of putting up some blocks with their, they're just giving you a hard time about it. They're just saying, no, please, you can't go, or no, you can't go, that's the end of it. That kind of thing. But I want to clarify toil and labor, but let's first clarify the dog. Then I'm going to clarify community. And then I'll clarify toil and labor. Dog, Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about dog? Dog energy. Who, what, where, why, when. Six of Wands, victory and success. Seven of Pentacles, working persistently towards a goal. And Eight of Wands. Makes sense to me. 10 of Cups, Magician. Yeah, okay, so this is what we're talking about. Going forward successfully and in victory, because the divine is guiding you, right? And you're looking at all the hard work. This could be something to do with this one here, but you're looking at all the hard work that you put in, and that you're going to remain persistent because you'll see the results of your effort. Rewards will come. The harvest will, you'll be able to harvest, and it'll be beneficial harvesting. But you just have to persevere and go with it anyways. So you're going to be taking action, fast action. This is good news. It says victory and success. If you do this, right? Victory and success, that's what you want. That's what you'll have, according to the divine. And, with certain things in place, right? You can't willy-nilly think, because everybody's got free will. And it's up to her, too. So Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, you want to have some, You want to communicate with her, and you're hoping that the communication is going to be returned, and it's going to go back and forth between the two of you. Eventually it's going to start sharing emotions about the way you feel about each other, and you're willing to put an effort in because you want to harvest this, because you know when you want to grow a garden, you have to put it in the spring and take care of it, nurture it, water, sunshine, all that sort of stuff, good soil. And then you will, if whatever you've done here in the beginning and throughout, you're going to be able to have a really good harvest. That's what we're hoping for. So that's what you're going to do, is that you are going to put in the necessary efforts and be persistent about it, so that your rewards will pay off, your harvest will pay off from that. Okay, that's that. You want to have a successful outcome with this person. You want to be able to enter into a loyal and reliable, long-term, loving, unconditionally loving, romantic relationship with this one here. So now we know about the dog and what's the dog's intentions. Loving, loyal, companionship, romantic. Dog, not so romantic, but you know what I'm saying. So let's talk about the community now. Six of Swords, moving from rough waters to calmer waters. You can see that, right? Look at the rough water right there. And the calmer water back on the other side. On the other side of the community. Nine of Swords, so they're giving you some grief. And the Six of Pentacles. Hierophant. Okay, Two of Wands, yeah, going in a different direction. So we'll stick with these cards here. You want to move away from this community. You don't want to, but you know you have to, in order to be able to go to wherever it is your love is, because that's just the situation. Your love is somewhere else. It doesn't mean you can't bring her back to where you're at, to be back in your community, but maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just need to get away from wherever it is you're currently located and move on. Move away, move on. Find your love and your new life and peace and serenity somewhere else. That's what this is. You're moving from whatever troubles you had here in your community. Okay, yeah, it's your family, but it's also saying there's a person, at least one person in your life that's caused you a lot of grief. And that's where this Nine of Swords comes from. But your family, you know, their concerns too matter to you as well. Okay, it's not saying that they don't. You're losing sleep at night over it because you think and worry about it so often. You're so up in your head about it. But the Six of Pentacles is that they want you to be around because they want you to continue to give to them. It may not be as an equal give and take thing. It may be more them taking and you giving. But it's been bothering you a lot, feeling like you're contributing far too much of your hard work, your toil and labor, giving to your community. Yes, and it's been an insurmountable mountain to get over because you've been doing it for so long. Okay, I got it. You've been doing it for so long. You just don't know how you're going to be able to put an end to it without really causing a lot of hardship for these people who've been relying on you all this time. Okay, but you do want to move away from that because there's somebody in your life that you've had to divide your assets up with, who wants a good sum of your hard work, your toil and labor rewards of earnings, right? Investments and whatnot. Yeah, that's what it is. That's where the Hierophant's coming from. You're having to, if you're in a long-term commitment or married, either way, you're in a long-term commitment, you need to leave that behind. And because maybe you've probably been living with this person, whether you're married or not, you still have to go through the legal, because she might expect it, right? whether she's married to you or not. She's been living with you and contributing to your life in some way, shape, or form, and she expects equal give and take. So she expects to have her piece of your pie. That's what that all means. All your hard work has caused you to feel like you can't get past the mountain before you, which is your community with their hands out, okay? You might have been supporting your kids in some way for school or whatever, and if you move, especially if you move, let's say, out of the country, it might be more difficult for the money to come through. Or you might be saying, I'm moving so far away that I need the money that I'm earning. You know, I got to stop giving to you guys. You've been getting it all this time. It's time for me to use the money for my own life, to be doing what I want to do. Okay, let's talk. I don't think I have to talk about toil and labor, but let's go ahead and try it anyways. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, please, can you talk to us about the toil and labor card? Yeah, it just suddenly came to me. Okay, that's what it was. Sometimes you got to talk these things through, right? Strength. Yeah. Aha. Devil always takes. The Six of Cups with the Seven of Swords. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, toil and labor. The devil wants you to feel like you're in the Nine of Swords. And I say devil lightly because I'm not a big, enemy devil speaker, okay? I don't like it. That's focusing on the negative. That's making it too real. So I'm just going to say that he or she needs to find the strength and courage to stand up, to overcome obstacles and challenges in their life, to say no. See? It's because you hadn't been saying no that you're in the Nine of Swords. So you need to say no. See the no? So no to your community, your family, your ex or your soon-to-be ex, who is nothing but toxicity, and you're feeling with your shadow side before having given to these people that you're kind of like you're doing it just to make everybody happy and keep them quiet, right? Because otherwise your life just wouldn't be as peaceful or calm as you could possibly have it be when you're giving them hand to mouth, right? Hand to mouth, giving it to them to keep their mouths quiet, right? And so it's been toxic for you. You've been feeling a great deal of angst over it, and that toxic energy, which is your ego, okay? Ego and pride, right here. Ego and pride that's keeping you bound and bondage to the promises you made to these people in the past. And these are these past people. The past is Six of Cups is the past. All right, so you're wanting to let go of the past. It says letting go of the past, focusing on the future, maturing, growing up, and leaving home. That's pretty much sums it all right there. So that's the toil and labor. You've been feeling like you've been working in the depths of hell in all that heat, toiling away your fingers to the bones so that they can have your money, a share at least of it, have your money, and you're saying no, that's it, no more, and you're letting this is going to be you're just going to be silently moving away from them by stopping the payments or handouts, stopping the handouts, stopping the giving, or at least reducing it, slightly, which is like this, right? Sneaking away from your otherwise responsibilities that you put into place a long time ago with these people. So you're slowly decreasing the amount of money and saying, I needed more money for this month, and the next month it'll be the same, something like that. Or you're just quietly sneaking away. You're going from rough waters to calmer waters, and you feel like you got to sneak away from all of them, in order to be able to find your peace and stability, your security and your balance, which this brings to you, though you feel like you've got to fix some things over here with her. Okay, let's talk about the bad health of the courtship, please. And then we'll do another line of Kipper, and Kipper and the Gilded Reverie, to clarify a couple things of these cards here. That's what I want to do. I don't want to do just a line. I just want to clarify, which I'll have to do this again, right? So, Queen of Swords. I gotcha. All right. 10 of Wands, heavy burden and worry. But the Ace of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords. Okay, this comes up a lot, all right? You're feeling like you're receiving judgment for having you done. Maybe you've snuck away from her in the past. And you paid some karma, and now the wheel's going in your direction because you're able to put this behind. You found your doggy personality, right? Characteristics, we're true and faithful characteristics. Not going to be sneaking around. These guys are so transparent, right? You know you can rely on them. They're upfront and honest all the time. And she is your Queen of Cups. Someone you see as being a darling, because the Queen of Cups is the darling of the deck, and she's intuitive, she's smart, she's wise, she's forgiving. She's compassionate. It's because of her wisdom and her connection to the divine that because of her wisdom, due to the connection with the divine, the intuition that she has developed. That's why she's a Queen of Cups energy as opposed to like the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords is highly intelligent too. Let's just say the Queen of Wands, for example. She's sitting, resting, patiently, relaxing in her wisdom. And it's because of the wisdom she is able to forgive. Wise people forgive. People who are not wise will not forgive. But wise people, who are the ones that are connected to the divine, forgive. So you want to come in because you feel judged by what you did in the past with her. That's where your problem energy is from what you did in the past, because you know she's going to be a Queen of Swords. However, the Queen of Swords is somebody who is patient, and she's wise and intelligent herself. She's connected to the divine, and she's fair. She's a great communicator, and she will listen to you. She'll listen to you, and she will say, you got both my ears. Tell me what it is you need me to know. And then she will assess and decide if it's good enough for her to say, yes, that's great. Let's keep talking. Let's just keep talking. Let's talk again tomorrow. Let's talk again next week, and so forth and so on. Or she's going to put the sword down and cut the relationship out completely from her life, because there'll be a red flag or something that she doesn't like that she heard from you. So when you come in and give her all this information, the truth, clarity, and respect, to lay it all down in front of her, she can then be a well-informed Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and she can let the burdens go, and so can you. You're carrying this heavy burden until you're going to have the chance to be able to hear what she has to say, because the divine is saying it's time to do that. You have made a final decision to go ahead and do that. That's why you have to put the community behind you. And the divine says, if you do this is a divinely inspired pentacle, which is all the resources you need in order for you to find a way, that all that abundance that you need to find a way to get to her. It might cost you a lot of money, right? So you're making decisions here to pull back your resources from certain people or all of them, so that you also have your own, part of the pot to bring forward to help you realize this goal. And the divine is just going to add to it, like tenfold add to it, because whenever we listen to our hearts, the divine says, I will bless you in ways that you cannot imagine. You listen to your heart, which is him or her, whatever, your soul, your spirit, the divine. When you listen to what your heart is calling out to and who your heart is calling out to, then the divine steps in and blesses you even more than you can imagine. Okay, let's clarify this dude here, all right? The Seven of Swords. Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit, please. Thank you. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense to me. I hope it's making sense to you too. Just a couple more cards. Haha, the ship. And the coffin. Wow, 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 wee, with sudden wealth. Wow, sudden wealth. Okay, so you are going to, probably through your divorce proceedings, you're going to be getting some kind of compensation for what it is that happened, that your wife, your soon-to-be ex or ex, needed to compensate you for, as opposed to you being the one who compensates all the time. So you will have some kind of sudden wealth as a result of that. It's a fair chunk of money, depending on how close it is to you, like the significator. There's no significator that I can see on here. But in any case, this would be your marriage. All right, it's come to an end. The last nail in the coffin is gone in, it's done with. And this is you taken off to, over the mountain. See the mountain there? See that mountain? That's that mountain right over here. So you are flying now over the mountain because of the decisions you're making here with your heart about this person here. Let's see number 3. I know it's a ship card, but I want to see exactly what it says. Okay, I take you on a vacation or a business trip. So I think you're kind of going on a vacation, hoping that you're going to be able to entice your love interest in to go with you. But it could be you may actually be going to the new location because of for business, right? Whether you got a new job or your company needs you to go and do something at their other location, whichever. So you will need a suitcase for where we are going. Distance is what I am known for, and I am constantly in motion. Look at the cards next to me for the clues and cues to the changes I bring in your life. Sudden wealth, right? And endings, right? Endings to his problematic ways and life with whoever he was with before. It says a journey is to be embarked upon. There are new horizons to be explored, and preparation is required to ensure smooth passage. Let's see here. In the Gilded Reverie, we see this card as a fantastical flying ship. An elaborate brigantine, taking us to new vistas and landscapes. Let's see, while the original card image may have been a ship, this is in the other deck, not that one, one before this, later decks have modified it to whatever the latest mode of long-distance transportation may be, such as a train or airplane. It generally signifies distant travel in any manner. The nature of the journey will usually be pleasant and well favored, such as a holiday, depending as ever upon the cards that surround it. Yeah, the cards that surround it. Sudden wealth. Well, you're not traveling in a coffin. Let's just put it that way, okay? I know that for sure. Excuse me. But anyhow, you're traveling because you've been able to put an end to a life, a past that you want to put in the past, right? You're traveling because you've been able to do that. Now you're free. You're free to be, and you're free to roam. And so, but you know exactly where you want to go because, you got a compass after all. Your heart, the divine, is guiding you through the love that you have for this person over here that you want to meet up with. Let's do a couple more for, I want to see the judgment over here. Excuse me. Judgment, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, can you please give us some clarification for that? Yeah, so you're going to get some unexpected money or help or assistance, resources, whatever, that you did not expect. It's actually going to show up, and I'm thinking it's some sort of compensation from your divorce settlement. That it could be whatever resonates with you, but you're going to get some sort of it's generally financial resources, or maybe something like you suddenly are awarded 1,000 free minutes on your cell phone plan, something like that. All right, judgment. The scythe, the lilies, and the well with despair. Despair, right? Okay. So the scythe is something that's going to, like, when you want your crops to grow and do it healthfully, you have to cut away the grass that's overshadowing it, kind of like the overgrowth or whatever. You need to get in there and start cutting this away so that daylight and moisture can get at the seeds below that you put in there. Who plants in tall grass? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. And this here is all about endurance, wisdom that you usually gain from others who are older than you, or your ancestors that have passed on. And the wishing well is all about making sure that you have wishes and desires, but in order for you to realize them, you need to go deep down. See, these stairs mean ascending, right? Stairs always represent ascending, like going higher in your divinity. But because there's a bucket here with a rope on it and you can roll it down, it means you're going up so that you can go down. Makes sense, because see all the sunlight around the bucket? When you come back up again, you're elevated in a higher resonance of energy, meaning you've awakened, you've ascended. So the judgment was that you needed to cut some of this off, some of this overindulgence maybe, or overdooingness. You needed to cut some of that overdoingness away, and so that what's below it can actually receive the light of the sun and the moisture from the rains to grow in your life, in your mind, in your heart, in your life. And it's through the wisdom that from others who've gone on before you, who are there and always going to be there for you, long and enduring, that you are going to ask, which is the divine or even wiser elderly people you have in your life that you go to for advice, to help you take that step, to go up into the bucket, go down, receive, find out what it was in your subconscious mind that's been acting as a block for you to be able to actually see the light of the divine, to see the light of the direction that you really want to go, that your heart is calling out for. So you find what the belief is, or some kind of pattern thinking that you have that's negative in nature. You're going to say, oh, okay, I do kind of tell myself this all the time, or at least I do think things like what do I have to offer people? I'm just unworthy. You may not actually be saying it, but you're feeling it because it's something in your subconscious that's always bubbling up for you to actually feel in those moments where you should find some courage, but you're not. You're actually, you have that moment of, yeah, I can do this, but then you think, oh, no, I can't. Who do I think I am? Right? That kind of thinking. So you need to pluck that out of your garden, pull that bad weed out, and give it to God, and allow that to be taken and healed, so that when you come back up, you're fully realized. You realize that you've awakened, you're now aware, and you know exactly what your heart's calling out for and who it's calling out for. This looks great, but because otherwise you've been in despair over this. Remember the bad health here? Where is it now? The bad health. You've been in despair over this, and the judgment is coming in, divine saying, blowing its trumpet, saying, you need to wise up there, my little friend. You need to become wise. Cut away what's not serving you anymore. and listen to us for a while at least, because if you do start listening to, you're never going to stop listening to them, right? You know, let's go. I'll go with you down into your subconscious and help you realize what it is that those weeds that they're acting like mountains to you, for you to be able to realize your goals and your love interests, right? You will no longer be in despair. You follow us, sweetheart, you follow us. Follow us, sweetheart, because we've got your back and we love you dearly, and we do not like seeing you like this at all. So go with us, do it with us, and you're going to have the life you want to have in abundance and in love and loyalty. This one is right for you, in other words. And the divine is saying, let's go get those nasty beliefs that you have, those negative beliefs you have, get them out of there, out of your consciousness, right? Out of your subconsciousness that you're operating from. You may not even be realizing you are. It's on default. Because until you clean them out, they'll always be there, and they always influence and affect your life going forward. Always, until they're finally removed and you've given them away to the divine to heal. You have to make that. You actually have to do that. You have to say, I take this belief. I don't believe it anymore, even if you do. You take it. I don't believe it anymore. I don't want to believe it anymore. Please, God, take this belief from me and heal me, please. And trust that it's going to be done. Okay, enough of that. I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe and like. Thank you so much for joining with me today. It was fun. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.